Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there, I'm Hanifa Azahar, and today I will elaborate my novel review presentation. The title of this novel is End of Green Gables, authored by L.A. Montgomery. The length of page until 253. Hey, it's a Canadian novel. It is such a great novel so far that I've read. At the beginning of the story, Anne lived in an orphan. The orphan institute was so poor. Why Anne lived in the orphan? And because nobody can look after her. Her life had been unlucky until she adopted by a couple in Green Gables. The next chapter, Anne drove to the house of the couple. When she arrived there, she met an old woman named Marilla Cuthbert, and also her husband, Matthew Cuthbert. For the first time, Marilla saw Anne. She was very shocked because the child who came from the orphan is a girl, not a boy. Marilla and Matthew was surprised and then say that she was not expecting that's a girl. So after that, Anne tried introducing herself as Cordelia. Why Anne wanted to be called Cordelia? Because Cordelia sounds more feminine than Anne. But then Marilla asked for twice, "What's your name?" And Anne starts introducing herself that her name is Anne Shirley, Anne with an E. The story of her growing up and how she is fascinating her life with every fortunate and unfortunate, how she makes a bosom friends with Diana. There are parts that make me feel heartwarming. She's sensitive and ashamed when someone tell or say about her red hair, which the color like carrot. At that moment, one day, Anne's friend named Gilbert dissed her. Gilbert drowned Anne's hair and called her carrots. Spontaneously, Anne stand up and hit Gilbert's head with a board. She is furious. She said that Gilbert played her feeling excruciatingly. Since then, Anne learned that she has to control her bad temper. As a child, she always played with her imagination. Although she's a good girl, she's really helpful for Marilla and Mr. Cuthbert to work at their farm and to keep house. For the first time, I can't understand the storyline completely. In the new academic year, Anne has a new teacher whose name is Mrs. Stacy. She is so kind and sympathetic young woman, and I was trying to be the one beyond Gilbert on her class. And is very happy when she gets the best score in Mrs. Stacy's class. And is very smart in the class. She good at spelling and geometry subject, but she always thinking that she is not pretty with her carrot hair, freckles on her face, and her white lips. The story go on until Marilla and Matthew completely love her. Until part of the end, Miss Stacy organized her advanced student who meant to study for entrance examination into Queens. Finally, Anne get a scholarship, school in Queens. Gilbert Blythe elected to do the same. After Anne did all the academic processes, she had done everything well also. The rest of the story is about Gilbert and Anne. Marilla heard from Miss Lane that she come to her house with a Gilbert band. Marilla imagined that it's like a woman in a dream. And the next chapter, Anne Shirley had given up the idea of going to college. She intended to stay at home and teach. At the end of the story, at a hill, Anne met Gilbert. Gilbert say with murmurs, "Dear old world, you are lovely and I'm glad to be alive in you." Then Anne say appreciatively words to him because Gilbert gave up the chance to go to college just because her. Then I will tell you the main character and their roles. Of course, Anne is Shirley. There are some characters which is be a part of the story, and also their name become a title for the chapter, like Miss Rachel Blind. Of course, Anne is the main character of the story. But the story has not complete yet without Marilla and Matthew as her parents. Dinner berries make Anne's life more complete and more cheerful. She really loved Diana as her bosom friends. And Gilbert Blythe gave romantic story in Anne's life. Marilla and Matthew look after Anne very well until she grew up. They always support Anne's academic journey. Marilla, we can say Marilla pretty strict with Anne, especially how Anne is feeling to Gilbert. The best character or the worst part and the reason. I could say that there is someone who doesn't like Anne. Her name is Jane. She's always jealous when Blythe is with Anne. Moreover, at the moment, Jane walked along at the picket fence. Haughtily, she drowned by the fence while staring at Anne. Anne said that all people can do that. Jane countered her statement that yes, they can, but no one can walk on the ridge pole. You can. Jane dared Anne to walk on the ridge pole, so Anne accepted it bravely and climb up the stair and try to walk on the ridge pole gently. Abruptly, she slipped from the ridge pole to the ground. She was almost killed, but then Diana helped her to go to home. And the best expression from the novel, the lesson is, you will find you're lucky in the future one day. If you work hard what you are seeking, you will find your treasure. Treasure is not about money or material. It might be family, friends, love, and any other pleasant things that can fill your life and strengthen your heart for facing the world. That is the plot of the story, from beginning until end. This novel is suitable to juvenile and all ages to read. Honestly, I had not found a romantic story like this in other novel that I've read. Maybe I'll give 5/5 for the rates. In my opinion, this novel is very interesting because it more entertains with any moment, humor and happiness and sadness inside. That's why I recommended this novel to you to read it, and if you want to watch the film, it's available on YouTube. It's free. That's all from my presentation, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.